What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk about sparrows, exotic sparrows, and sparrows that will probably never be in the game of Destiny, even if they maybe should be. So if you enjoy this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. So by now, we all know that unfortunately the Iron Banner is gone. After spending pretty much all of my free time over the weekend making that Iron Banner video yesterday just in advance of the Iron Banner, it is not going to be around because Bungie had to pretty much cancel it for this week. So I was scrambling a little bit. I didn't know what video I was going to put out today. I was planning on doing a Lord Saladin visit, but he's not around, so I was asking one of my friends about what video I should potentially do, and she happened to mention that there was a Gjallarwing sighting, which was an exotic Gjallarhorn sparrow that was apparently something that you could get for pre-ordering the Rise of Iron. So that sounded really interesting, and I did a quick look up on Google just to see what in the world was going on. So first off, I want to talk about this Gjallarwing and it being a pre-order bonus, or is it? Because after taking a look at it and going to the site where this image came from, it was a Belgium site, which is really weird that only one site would be mentioning something like this, but your GameStop, for instance, isn't saying a peep about it. So it was really interesting that this image was coming from that Belgian site, and in fact, whenever I went to go click on the site and went to go click at the pre-order bonuses to see what in the world was going on, all it had listed now was simply the black Gjallarhorn. It did not have the Gjallarwing at all, so it didn't have this image up on it. Which makes me think that they recognized that it was fake. I have a feeling that they were probably taken in as far as it being a bit of a fake. Somebody probably duped them, or on the flip side, maybe the more nefarious side, they created the image themselves. And I do believe that this image was photoshopped. For instance, what I'd like to point to, what my eye instantly went to, look at the very front of the sparrow. Look at the front of the sparrow and those wings that are coming off the closest fender, or whatever you might want to call it, of the sparrow. You can see how the wings all end in loops. They end as just a normal feather would, just looking like it's mimicking a bird feather or something. It's looped and round, but look at the one that's behind it. Look at the one that's behind it, and you can see that instead of those nice looped and rounded edges, it's pretty much cut and it's a hard edge. And what that is it makes me think that somebody pretty much took this type of image from something else. I was looking to see if there was another sparrow that had a front end like that, and they pretty much combined it with that. It's definitely not an actual game picture or game model. There were differences in the text, the font that was on both of the images between this and the black Gjallarhorn. To me, it screamed fake. It looks really cool. It would be a lot of fun to drive around with, but I would say, if I'm putting my money on it, I'm going to bet that it was a fake image and that it is not, in fact, a pre-order bonus for pre-ordering the Rise of Iron. I believe the only pre-order bonus is what Bungie told us as far as it being the Iron Gjallarhorn. So that's just going to be my take on the Gjallarwing. It looks awesome, but unfortunately, I am going to say myth busted in that Gjallarwing is not a thing. But because I had so much fun looking for that, I ended up looking up some other fan creations of different exotic sparrows, and I found some awesome and amazing pictures, and these are a little bit old. These are definitely old creations, but I figure since we're talking about sparrows, we might as well showcase them again. So if you would like to give these people some love, I'm putting their image links down in the description below, and of course I'm going to credit these people as they're coming along. None of these images are things that I created. These are just awesome creations by other people, and we're going to start off with Salt Shaker 911, and he made a number of them. Starting off here, we have the last sparrow, which as you can tell is made off of the last word, and it looks amazing. Just like the last word, just like you would expect, those front edges have all that etching and engraving on it. Pretty slick looking. Just like the last word is a pretty slick looking gun, this sparrow is definitely high class. He also ended up making the Lord of Sparrows made off of the Lord of Wolves. This is sick. I really like this design. It looks amazing. If there were Fallen running around on sparrows, I could see them easily riding this thing. After that, we've got the Icebreaker, and he even goes so far as to give it a special perk. Obviously made off of the Icebreaker. I like the two pontoons in the front. Basically, if you could fire off Icebreaker shots from the two of those, that would be sick and a lot of fun. And then we have the Quick Death. made off of the Red Death. And again, just like the Assbreaker, we've got a special perk at the bottom where whenever you're impaling your fellow Guardians, you can drag them around. And who wouldn't love to see that on patrols? Next up, we have BoldAdaptation, making what is probably generally considered the first Sparrow to set off this fun Sparrow fan creation in the Sparrowhorn. And yet again, it's another Gjallarhorn themed Sparrow. This one obviously looking a lot different than the Gjallarwing, but it's got those awesome little front faces, and there's wolf heads all around. This is probably the Sparrow that has the most wolf heads anywhere. Pretty slick, pretty awesome, pretty nice tribute to the Gjallarhorn. Of course, the best gun Destiny has ever had. Finally, we have two more Sparrows coming from SithCorgi. First up, we have the Thunderbird. And every time the Thunderlord comes up, I happen to say how this is just a gun that should be a lot better in Destiny because it's ingrained in the fabric of Destiny. It's such an iconic and awesome looking gun, but it's just not that great in the game. But SithCorgi is making the Thunderbird into a Sparrow that you would definitely want to ride around in. This one had lightning before there were SRL lightning Sparrows, so this one is definitely the first. And finally, we have the Dragon, made up off of the Dragon's Breath. This one is amazing. Come on, who can't picture the front end of this just spewing flames all over the place? So again, a huge thanks to the creativity of Saltshaker, BoldAdaptation, and SithCorgi. These drawings, these photoshopped Sparrows are absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite. For me, I would have a hard time picking between the Lord of Sparrows and the Dragon. I think those two are definitely my favorite. I might, if I was forced to pick just one, I think I'd pick the Dragon. I think the Dragon is definitely my favorite one, though it would be a really hard call between the two, and they are all absolutely amazing. So this was our look at some fun Sparrows. Obviously, they are not in Destiny, and there is no indication that Bungie is actually making anything like this. These Sparrows are so unique and so different and so cool. I really wish we could ride around on those. Who wouldn't love to ride around on a Sparrow that spews fire? Come on. Absolutely amazing. So anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Sparrows. And I'll see you around in Destiny. Gjallarwing. Myth busted.